Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you're watching from around the world, and welcome back to the Nexon Icons match, of course, in partnership with Shoot for Love, a fantastic charity. You join us here from Seoul in South Korea in the Seoul World Cup Stadium for the second year this event has taken place. And what a night it plans to be here in Korea. Icons, legends, heroes from all around the world who have won World Cups to Champions Leagues and so many domestic titles, all take it to the pitch one more time again. Myself, pleasure of guiding you through what should be a really special evening here at the Seoul World Cup Stadium. Liez, evening, and I mean, look, this is going to be exciting, isn't it?
100%. I think you look from every corner of this pitch, the royalty that is being graced on this football pitch today is out of this world. I mean, you're looking, like you said, at World Cup winners, Champions League winners, some Ballon out of this world. I mean, you're looking, like you said, at World Cup winners, Champions League winners, some Ballon d'Or winners as well, too. I think it promises to be a real special evening of absolute brilliance from everywhere we look.
Well, as we said, this is the second time that this exhibition match has happened. Last year it took place in this exact stadium, and what a night it was in South Korea. Over 66,000 in attendance, and so much money raised for a really important cause with the Shoot for Love charity. I know you could be tuning in from the FC Mobile in-game menus itself. If you are tuning in from there, of course, you would have seen the numerous promos that have been happening in sync with this match, those being icons and heroes in FC Mobile, which you can use and would potentially get an upgrade from this exhibition match here today. And as we said, you saw on the walkouts, FC Shield, they have got a title and a trophy to defend. It's a very unique format, this Icons match with Nexon, because it's attackers versus defenders, an ongoing conversation point, Liez, in world football. On paper, you'd probably say the attacker side should be outscoring the defenders, but that wasn't the case last year, was it? Because Shield United won by 4 goals to 1.
Yeah, literally a title to defend, right? I mean, I think, again, just like you said, last season, you expect the attackers to have a bit more flair, to be more comfortable on the ball, to be scoring goals. But hey, man, when you're up against an entire team that can defend from midfield to attack to defense, I think it proves to be extremely difficult, as it did last year. But I look at this attackers team this season, of course, mixed within a few midfielders. You look at Seedorf, you look at Bastian Schweinsteiger, of course, as well, too. And I think they got a point to prove this year, Brandon. I think they're really, really well equipped for this one, and I can't wait to see it all kick off.
Attacker side, who only scored 1 goal last year in this exact matchup. There's a little hint of just a few of the icons that are in action today. Iker, Casillas and Claude Makélélé just sharing a joke.
It's not bad, huh?
They've had quite the fun few days in Korea. They've been playing a mixture of mini games. Yesterday were on this exact pitch. Yesterday doing a series of skill games. The 2 captains of the side, it's Spirit FC's captain in Didier Drogba, and the man who lifts that trophy there. You can just see at the bottom side of your screen, Rio Ferdinand. I mean, years ago, this was a Premier League matchup, wasn't it? Manchester United, Chelsea, these two going head-to-head, having battles. You're a big United fan yourself, Liez. I mean, It must be quite surreal watching this many, many years later.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This reminds me of the 2008 Champions League final where the 2 of them played. But even as a United fan, right, you're seeing Rio, you're seeing Vidic, you're seeing ROONEY, Park Ji-sung, even Bastian Schweinsteiger. There's a huge cohort of players that used to play for that club, but across the pitch, man, you're looking at Ronaldinho for Barcelona. You're looking at Didier Drogba for Chelsea. You're looking at so many special, special players, all reuniting once again for such a special game.
Well, here are the teams that FC Spear kick it off, hopefully looking to change their luck this time round. They are managed by Arsene Wenger. It's a 4-4-2 formation. Gianluigi Buffon in goal, Park Ji-sung at right back, Bastian Schweinsteiger and Steven Gerrard will be the defensive duo. Gareth Bale back to his roots at left back with Ronaldinho just in front of him. It's a midfield duo of Wayne Rooney and Clarence Seedorf, who has swapped teams from this year. And we go further than that. Look at that front line up there. Thierry and Didier Drogba. He was playing centre-back last year, Liez. This time he's gone, I'm not having any of that. I'm up front and I'm going to get some goals.
I think he saw his team score 1 goal last season and said, okay, fine, I'll do it myself. But take a look at this side as well, too. Not too bad, huh?
Not bad at all. 3-4-2-1 formation for Shield United. Iker Casillas in goal. The front 3 in front of him of Nesta, Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic. The duo of Manchester United under that reign of Alex Ferguson will partner up once again to hopefully be a winning side. Makélélé in the midfield. Puyol becomes a right wing back. Reese on the left. And, of course, a deadly lineup leading their way. So many storylines on this one, Liez. I mean, the biggest one, Clarence Seedorf, changing sides, swapping sides. On paper, a defensive midfielder, you could argue. That's why he was on the team of Shield United last year, which, if you haven't understood this format yet, it's attackers versus defenders. Rafa Benitez is their head coach this time round. Is Clarence Seedorf now in the attacking category, apparently?
I think Clarence Seedorf is in every category. He's a jack of all trades, master of all of them. And I think the thing with Seedorf, we've seen him across the years in so many charity games. The guy's unbelievable. I always come out of these games thinking he could still be playing today. That the shape that he keeps himself in, and of course, we know what they say, man. The technique, it never leaves you.
It certainly doesn't. I mean, that defensive duo, Rio Ferdinand and Vidic, you could argue one of the best defensive duos, not just in the Premier League, but in world football. And now back out there again. There was a few videos yesterday of Rio Ferdinand with Vidic. They were just, you could just see that chemistry still there, even so many years on. And what a partnership it was, Liez. I mean, you can talk yourself. You saw it happen in front of your own eyes.
Yeah, how long do you have, man? I mean, the two of them, if we're talking about green links, hyperlinks right there in chemistry, my goodness, the two of them know each other without even looking. Vidic can close his eyes and see what Nemanja Vidic is having for breakfast. It's as easy as that, man. The two of them were so special together. And with Carrick in front of them as well, too. Don't underestimate that little trident that they got going on.
The best part is as well, Lee, is guess who's in front of them this year? Michael Carrick, just picking the strings between them again. I think there's 6 players here in South Korea that were part of that unbelievable title-winning side under Sir Alex Ferguson. Of course, a lot of them are on the opposite side of the team, with Park Ji-sung and Wayne Rooney as part of that.
Yeah, and of course, man. But I think, if I'm being absolutely honest here, getting the chance to watch Ronaldinho kick it one last time, or one more time, rather. Hopefully it's not the last time. It's going to be really special to see that.
Let's get this one underway then. The Nexon Icon match. Here we go. Shield United were champions last year. They were 4-1 winners in that game. They were actually 3-0 up in that game by half-time. Yes, I mean, I'm looking here. There are only 11 players out of the 30 that are in the squads that are back this year. We have got Ronaldinho new this year, Wayne Rooney, Robert Pires, Gareth Bale, Steven Gerrard. The list goes on of all of these new players playing this year. I feel like we're going to see more than 5 goals. Clarence Seedorf heavily involved. They were jokingly calling him a bit of a traitor on social media. He scored probably one of the best goals last year in this game. 30-plus yards out. He gave no chance for the goalkeeper there. Park Ji-sung getting his first few touches on the ball. John Arisa delivering that one all the way across. It is
so close.
Easy pickings in the end for Bastian Schweinsteiger. I mean, I think we lost each other a little bit there, Lies, but I was going to ask you predictions off this game. What did you give me in the end?
Yeah, good to see you again, Brent. I was wondering, where'd you go?
We are.
I think, to be fair, look, if I'm being honest, I think I've got a natural bias to attackers, as Ronaldinho already putting on his show. So I really do back them to get some revenge from last season and do exactly as I say, but you cannot underestimate the defensive wall that this other side has put together today, Shield United, man. I mean, especially Claude Makélélé. So good they named the position after him. But if I have to make a prediction, I'm going to go 4-3 to FC Spear.
4-3. Will that be a normal time as well? Or?
We'll go with that for now.
Well, here he is, Ronaldinho. Are we going to see the Joker Benito out in full force?
So good you pay the admission fee just for him, man.
Here's Kaka.
Brilliant.
Finding Thierry Henry, who will then look to try and rework that into the box or onto the edge of the box to Ronaldinho, who's waiting there, lofted in. The idea was to go back to Drogba, who...
He tried it.
I'm not sure, just miskicked the ball there completely, Lies.
Doesn't happen too often, but you can already see the intent right there. Thierry Henry, ball across the box, and Didier Drogba. We've seen him smash through those so many times throughout his career. This time, just a little off.
Yeah, you think back to that special Champions League final night, don't you, against Bayern Munich, when he scored that all-important equaliser that sent Chelsea to penalties to then become European champions. Interestingly, this year he's gone from being a centre-back to his normal position. I think he learnt his lesson from last year.
Any players in particular from this year that you're really looking forward to seeing, Brendan? Maybe ones that we wouldn't really think of as well, too. I know everyone's here to see Ronaldinho, to see Wayne Rooney, but maybe somebody that the audience should keep an eye out for.
Well, he's not in the starting lineup. He's on the opposite side of Shield United, but I'd say Claudio Marquisio.
Oh, what a shout, man.
Looking forward to seeing what he can do. Of course, the hero, as we know, on EAFC and FC Mobile. But the oldest player on Shield United, Claude Makélélé. Is he going to give us one of his trademark tackles?
The guy doesn't age, though, huh? I mean, literally he does. But when you watch him play, he looks like he'd still put on his boots and put on a performance for PSG or for Real Madrid. Such an intelligent player, so gifted, so tenacious as well, too. One of the best to ever do it in that position. Here's Wayne Rooney, though. I mean, you talk about versatile. You talk about a guy who could play in defense. He could play in midfield. I think Wayne Rooney could play anywhere on the pitch, to be honest with you.
Well, he's having a bit of a break, isn't he, for managerial roles, Wayne Rooney? Yeah. He's had quite a few jobs since 2020. He's lofted that one out into the path of Ronaldinho. Ricardo Kaka, is he just about onside? He is, I believe, or not. The liner will pull that one back. And the defensive line of NESTA, Ferdinand and Vidic will be quite fortunate on that occasion. I just can't get over that, Liège. You've got NESTA, Vidic, Ferdinand, and guess who's just behind them? Iker Casillas.
I mean, in those three center backs, you're talking about what? Maybe 3 of the top 5 of their generation. That's not bad, man. That's not bad. They're blessed with defensive reinforcement. And, of course, when you got Iker Casillas back there as well, too. Oh, brilliant. Oh, brilliant. Oh,
great idea. Just slightly too heavy there.
Here's Seedorf. Again, so many players on FC Spear, though, that can just play so many different positions, man. I mean, Seedorf was so versatile. Rooney. Here's Gareth Bale playing left back. I'll tell you what, the storyline to maybe watch out for as well, too, that we didn't mention. Gareth Bale and Maicon playing on the same side. And funnily enough, it's Maicon playing on the wing and Bale playing at fullback. So maybe a chance for revenge for Maicon. We know what happened that fateful night in the San Siro, of course.
Well, they have been speaking about that since being in career on the floor. Loads of social content that you can check out on Shoot for Love. And, I mean, I think Gareth Bale openly said if there's time for him to get revenge, it's probably now, because he said he's not the fittest.
I always feel for Maicon, though, because I do think a lot of people, especially in the UK, right, maybe think of Maicon because of that game, but maybe forgetting that Maicon at his absolute best was an absolute locomotive of a fullback, man. Seriously, bombing up and down that right-hand side for Inter. So big for them in that treble win in 2010. I think it's important to remember this was a guy that at one point was the starting fullback for Brazil. Such a good player, man.
Do you remember that goal for Brazil that he scored as well? From right back, he somehow squeezed it in at the near post.
Such a special player, man. Here he is now.
Which,
can he get a shot off from here? Maicon! Oh.
Comes off the back of Schweinsteiger there, crying out for an offside as Carlos Puyol is clearly offside. Buffon happy to quickly try and play out from the back. It's Rooney into his former Manchester United teammate in Park Ji-sung, who had fans in tears here last year at the Seoul World Cup Stadium because his first touch of the game, Liège, was a penalty that he scored.
Oh, I mean, he's a national hero, isn't he? But Park Ji-sung, man, such a nice guy, such a good footballer as well, too, man. Really integral to those big Man United sides of the 2000s and the early 2010s. So unselfish.
He played everywhere, didn't he?
Yeah, he could play on the right, on the left, in the middle. And he had this one iconic game, of course, against Andrea Pirlo, where Sir Alex deployed him as practically Pirlo's shadow on the day, following where he went. Pirlo goes to get a sandwich. Park Ji-sung's paying the bill.
Well, Andrea Pirlo will be happy to know that this year he won't have to go head-to-head with Park Ji-sung. He did play in the competition last year. He's not here this time round for this next on Icons match. It was just 10 minutes last year we saw our opening goal. And we're going to get one slightly earlier this time. Not the best of crosses into the box. The idea was there, and we know how good Didier Drogba is in the air.
Oh, if it's too high for Didier Drogba, I can safely confirm the cross wasn't good enough, because that guy, you put it anywhere in orbit, Air Didier, he'll come through.
Well, Makélélé getting his first couple of touches on the ball. We saw John Arisa ourselves in the flesh in action in London a few months ago, Liège.
Yeah.
Scored
finally got
equaliser, and he's safe to say he's still, you know, very much fit, match fit, ready to go.
Absolutely. I mean, he's got a bullet on that left foot, man. Seriously, he lets one of those off. Hide for distance. Honestly, hide for your life. Real
it gives me
shooter.
It gives me nightmares, obviously, but Alan Smith was one of my favourite players as a kid, Liez, and
of course.
It was John Arisa's free kick that gave him an injury to forget.
Yeah.
Ten minutes in here.
I think it's safe to say at the moment, Chile is just really kind of getting the grips of this game still. I think over the first 10 minutes, FC Spear are the more impressive side.
Well, they're going to come through now, one of their first chances. It's Maicon into Carlos Puyol. Ashley Cole in the box. Not the tallest of players if they are going to go for a direct cross in.
Yeah. There's Marquezio, Ashley Cole. Carrick. Oh, that's a trademark. And Risa!
Why not?
I can safely say as well, too, Brendan, after our experience watching him, he will shoot on sight. There is no shyness from John Arisa when it comes to unleashing a strike from 30, 40 yards out. Here's Ronaldinho.
How many minutes is Ronaldinho going to last, do we think?
Yeah, I think that's the big question of all of these guys, but with Ronaldinho in particular, I think we want to see as much as possible.
Two former Arsenal players there, Gilberto Silva and Sol Campbell. They're part of Shield United this year.
Yeah. Talk about defensive spine as well, too, man. All you're missing is Vieira with those guys.
Steven Gerrard tries to find a 40-yard pass into the feet of Thierry Henry. He was sort of player manager last year. There was no managers in the Icons match. This year, he's not playing left back. He's playing up front. And he hasn't got to worry about the managerial role because he called it a good friend of his, Liez, in Arsene Wenger.
Yeah, not bad. I think when Wenger comes in, you can take a step back, right?
But you were saying, rightly so, you've been involved in a few of these sort of exhibition matches, Liez. Arsene Wenger, he loves it, doesn't he?
Oh, he absolutely loves it, man. Seriously. I think when you compete at the highest level for as long as someone like Arsene Wenger does, you never really lose that appetite. You know what I mean? So I think any chance to get involved with these kind of events, especially when it's for such a great cause as well, too, you can't turn it down, can you?
Carrick. Marquezio.
Great idea.
Wants to find a quick interchange there with the former Interman in Maicon. One thing I have to say I've been quite impressed with is the intensity of this game. I'm more than aware that I just did a bit of research, as the age combined of both of these teams. One team's 653 years old and one team 670 years old. I mean, their youngest player is Eden Hazard, who's 34. He's currently not on the pitch, but I mean, aside of that, we're not expecting, you know, full normal match fitness, but the intensity has most definitely been there.
100%, 100%. I think these guys are putting a real show on in terms of just keeping the ball moving. The tempo of the game is pretty good as it stands. It'll be interesting, of course, too, when we get into the final 10 minutes. Maybe it gets a little more loose, it gets a bit more chaotic. But at the moment, I think there's a real nice pace in this game. I completely agree. As Ronaldinho gets on the ball here. Let's see what he does. Every time he gets on the ball, I'm almost surprised when he just plays a square 2-yard pass. You're just expecting brilliance every time he gets on it.
Kaka.
Seedorf,
who was crucial this year. They cried for a free kick. No interest at all.
Brilliant touch from Makélélé there.
Big old switch that is. Just didn't have the power in it from
Schweinsteiger just plucks that out of the air like it's nothing as well, too, man.
It was like watching a bit of an old school Wayne Rooney here, sort of dropping into that central midfielder spot.
100%.
Bale.
Henry.
Finds Henry. He's just about onside. Can he find Didier Drogba, who's waiting in the box for him?
Up against his former teammate Puyol. Flicks it up.
Lofts
Kaka!
it in. Oh, wow.
He tried it. And I mean, Kaka's got history with Vidic in Rio, as we know, right? Of course, that fateful night in Manchester. A game that Kaka actually lost, but I don't think a player has maybe ever had more credit in the bank after losing a game than Kaka against United in 07. Brilliant performance from him, of course.
He would have even more credit if he put in a bicycle kick in this Icons match.
Yes.
Especially the first real shot on target coming in just for the 15th minute. Which I think we have to say, honestly, as expected to a degree, FC Spear have had the better attacks, as they are a team full of attackers. But for Shield United, they've been missing that final pass, that final ball.
Oh, look at Gerrard there. You talk about intensity. Didn't let Ashley Cole breathe.
For charity or not, these players do not lose that competitive edge as Haji Shong just looks to invert inside ever so slightly from that right back position, and possession switches all the way out. This far hand side for FC Spear.
Ronaldinho, he plays with a smile. Oh, brilliant. Henry loses it though.
I think that might have just been tired legs versus a free kick that should have been awarded for FC Spear. Of course, if you have just tuned in, this is the Nexon Icons match. It's the second time this has happened here in the Seoul World Cup Stadium in South Korea. All for a fantastic cause with the Shoot for Love charity, which uses the power of football to raise money and awareness for kids fighting battles with cancer.
Oh, what a pass.
As
Brilliant from Buffon there.
once again, this Icon match takes centre stage with so many more new faces. I mean, the question last year after Shield United won 4-1, Liège, was what new icons, what new players would be in the lineups this year? And I tell you what, they've done superbly well with so many of these names.
Yeah, whoever made the calls this year, well done. Because I'm seeing some players that are an absolute joy to behold. And I think everyone here at the stadium today is really feeling blessed that they get to see legends of this stature. Gareth Bale, I mean, we don't get to see him too often post-retirement in terms of playing, but a real sight to see. And I think the hope of Bale, can we get one of those mazy runs that he made so famous throughout his career? Just one of them, Gareth. I know he was saying the turbo jets are gone, but wishful thinking maybe.
Can we just have like a 20-meter sprint between Maicon and Bale? That's all we want at one point in the game.
If I get that, I'm leaving happy. Here's Kaka.
Still Ricardo,
nice.
Kaka looking to drive it across. That's where he wanted Didier Drogba to be, but he wasn't quite there.
Kaka, his whole career, he had this deceptive pace, man. Whenever he wanted to, he could just turn the burners on, right? Like one little shift and he's gone. You never lose it, do you?
And Seedorf, he fancies it, doesn't he? Taking one or two players up.
Oof. Well played by Vidic. Talk about someone who doesn't take any prisoners.
Well, 18 minutes in, no substitutions made between both of the sides. They have got 5 players each on the bench and some incredible options, including some Korean footballing royalty.
Tell you what, I don't think Ashley Cole's ever found himself in this many attacking positions in his life. He's absolutely relishing it at the moment.
He's been put as the out striker in this team.
He wants it.
Can he get past Wayne Rooney? It's a big old tackle, isn't it?
Wayne Rooney defending Ashley Cole. You don't see that very often.
Wayne Rooney getting back and defend. I don't think you see that very much.
Uh-oh. Here's Ronaldinho. Picks up a loose ball. 1v1 against Nesta.
No, he hasn't got the legs,
Ronaldinho skips
Nesta.
by him. Ronaldinho! Ronaldinho!
Oh, no! Such a clever idea. I mean, you wouldn't expect anything less from the Brazilian icon. He tried to just dink Iker Casillas there, put a bit too much on it. That was very nearly our breakthrough goal for our 2025 Icons match.
Tell you what, man, when he stretches his legs like that, it's very, very difficult. Nesta tried it. Ronaldinho, man, that little burst of pace he still has.
Well, as expected, we saw the legs there of Nesta. You just see there, he just ran out of steam, didn't he?
Yeah.
He ran out of gas, he was off.
And it wouldn't be Ronaldinho if he wasn't trying the audacious, right?
He's doing very well. Alessandro Nesta, 49 years of age. He comes off, and Sol Campbell, 50 years of age, of course, that famous transfer joining Arsenal from rivals Tottenham. And a successful career in the Premier League. He's now earned, that's his first couple of touches on the ball. He's alongside a back three with Rio Ferdinand and Vidic.
This is Premier League
Still
legacy
goalless
here. Sol Campbell, Rio and Vidic. That's a Premier League striker's nightmare. Fortunately for FC Spear, they got Didier Drogba and Henry up front, so I think they're doing okay.
Claude Makélélé, threading the needle.
Oh, wow.
What a ball it is.
Marquinhos
kept his run going, and he was very close.
That little reverse through ball from Michael Carrick, though, is absolutely delightful. Fools the entire defense of FC Spear, and then, of course, the run finds Marquinhos perfectly. But it's Marquinhos' former Juventus and Italy teammate, Gianluigi Buffon, closing down the angle, doing quite well there.
Well, he was nicknamed the Little Prince at Juventus. He might have been called the Little Finisher if he could have just snatched that one in.
Such a gifted player, man. I mean, you remember that midfield that he played with at Juve? Andrea Pirlo himself, Vidal, Pogba. Incredible. MVP.
First time the ref has actually had to make any sort of decision.
We talk about legends, by the way, all over the pitch. What about the referee? Pierluigi Collina. That's refereeing royalty right there. As Park Ji-sung gets it, but he's offside.
Might be one of the most feared referees as well, Liaz.
Yeah, scares me, and I'm on the commentary booth.
Ashley Cole. Foul on Park Ji-sung. We'll pull that one back for a free kick.
Tell you what, though, I don't mind the defensive shape of FC Spear. The press is pretty good. The organization. For a team of attackers and midfielders, they're doing quite well so far. Here's Maicon, though. Looking to make a change of that. Carrick.
Well, Kizio again that made that run. He was just offside, so Maicon couldn't really find that through ball. Carrick and Kizio will interchange again. That was going to be lofted in. The problem is, as we said, Ashley Cole's in the box. He's not the tallest of players. John Arias waiting at the back post, maybe for a rocket. Marquinhos with...
I'll tell you what, Carrick and Marquinhos are putting on a show today for Shield United, though.
It's tidy feet from Rooney and some brave defending from Bastian Schweinsteiger, who is fouled in the build-up.
Oh, brilliant.
There's a great piece of content yesterday that was actually posted on Rio Ferdinand's channel, and he was going around and speaking to so many of the icons here about who was the hardest player to sort of defend and play against, whether it was Thierry Henry in his peak or Didier Drogba or Wayne Rooney. And the amount of people that were coming back with Wayne Rooney as their answer of just how incredible he was.
I think the thing with Wayne Rooney as well, too, is whether you were playing in midfield, whether you were playing in defense, he was giving you nightmares everywhere across the pitch. And there's always that age-old debate. If you could have 11 of one player to form a football team, I think Wayne Rooney might be the answer, man. The guy could do a job anywhere. Maybe Gerrard as well, too. I don't think he'd be the worst answer for that, but Rooney, man, up front, in midfield, as a 10, on the wing. A menace everywhere.
Well, speaking of Steven Gerrard, it's Rafa Benitez also, who's on the opposite side of Steven Gerrard this time round. He said that throughout his career, he was the best player he ever managed, Steven Gerrard, just because he could play everywhere.
Yeah, that's a guy who's managed Cristiano Ronaldo as well, too, by the way. High praise.
That's what I'm saying. He's got a lot of options, hasn't he?
Yeah. But I mean, Gerrard was so influential for that Rafa team. I mean, of course, the pinnacle being 2005, that night in Istanbul, Gerrard almost single-handedly willing a comeback against that great Milan team. So I'm not going to lie, if I was Rafa, I'd probably pick him as well, too. Schweinsteiger, I think he signified his day is over.
Well, he's already got that. What looks to be hamstring and quad banded up, and looks like Robert Pires might be the answer. Eden Hazard saying, does he want to come on or not? He should be the fittest out of all of them. He's the youngest.
Yeah. Hazard, he plays when he wants. Was it Makélélé who you said is the oldest on the pitch right now?
He is the oldest, yeah, across both teams and all the players.
I'll tell you what, you could have fooled me, man. Here's Maicon. He's going to unleash another of those strikes. Beats one. Schweinsteiger just leaves the leg in there. Now it goes to Ronaldinho. Here we go again. Here we go again. Ah, Puyol wins this one, though. The two of them, of course, man.
Carlos Puyol left a little bit on him there.
The two of them, of course, man. They made history at Barcelona together. Good friends, Ronaldinho and Puyol. But it'll be interesting to see that matchup as the night transpires.
We're approaching the 30th minute of this one. As we said last year in the game that finished 4-1 to Shield United. By this point in the game, Liaz, we had Yaya Toure and Clarence Seedorf already scoring goals. It was 2-0 to Shield United by this point. As much as they're building into the game now, it hasn't really been the start this year. Well, they had 12 months ago.
My 4-3 prediction isn't looking too great at the moment, unless we get a late flurry of goals out of nowhere. But yeah, I think it seems a bit more evenly matched compared to at this point last season. I think FC Spear have really come in this season with a bit of a different game plan. Defensively, they look a bit stronger.
Maicon, does he fancy a rocket from that far out? Finds Puyol, who surely wants to try and loft it into the box, instead tries to play back to Ashley Cole, and it was easily read by Clarence Seedorf and Wayne Rooney. He will just
Seedorf,
walk around and just dominate.
Seedorf's an absolute joke, man. I'm telling you, I think he's got a real argument to being the greatest charity game player I've ever seen. Zidane himself, he wasn't bad as well, too. In charity games, Zidane puts on a show. But Seedorf, I think it's the combination of the fitness that he still has, as well as he's just so technically gifted. And you look how strong he is, too, man. You can't get near him in these kinds of games.
Well, he scored probably the goal of the match last year alongside assisting the opening goal for Yaya Toure. And the word on the street, Liez, was how good Clarence Seedorf was, even at what, he's 49 now, he's 48 last year, a 4-time Champions League winner. Speaking of more icons, Schweinsteiger off, Robert Pires on. I mean, is that a swap for swap? Does Robert Pires come into centre-back alongside Steven Gerrard?
I would be extremely shocked, man. I love Robert Pires, one of the most technically gifted, tricky wingers in the Premier League era. But at center back, I think Schweinsteiger was maybe more of a natural fit there. Well, let's see, man. Let's see. John Honoris having fun out there. And Gilberto Silva, of course, as well, too. So all three of the Arsenal boys are back on now. Gilberto, Sol Campbell, and Robert Pires. Let's see where Gilberto Silva fits into all of this.
Fun fact about Gilberto Silva: scored Arsenal's first ever goal at the Emirates.
Yeah.
New player for this year's Icons match. I'm really excited. Who's going to be that centre-back of choice? I'm going to say it's going to be the Gareth Bale or Wayne Rooney.
Gareth Bale at centre-back. I think, well, Rooney's still in central midfield. I think you're right. I think it is Gareth Bale. I think Pires has gone over and taken Bale's spot on the left. And it means Gareth Bale is playing at centre-back. Tell you what, he definitely has the transition pace to recover and catch anybody. Drogba's off as well too, of course.
Certainly probably wasn't on his bingo card this year.
Gareth Bale to be playing centre-back. Moment. Here's Reese out wide. Back to Vidic.
It looks like it is Jae Koo, who's just been subbed on as well, wearing the number 99 shirt, 36 years of age. He played in the 2014 World Cup for South Korea. Also picked up a bronze medal in the 2012 Olympic Games. Park Ji-sung still a right back, and that's his first introduction into the game. He's one of the younger players on the pitch who certainly will have the extra yard or two.
What a way to make a first impression. Here's Kaka getting a lot of the ball so far.
So to recorrect ourselves, it looks like, of course, it was the double change that was made. Schweinsteiger off, Didier Drogba off. Bale is just having a bit of freedom now.
Yeah, I think Ronaldinho's playing up front.
We have to get a goal before half-time. I'd love to see the ball possession as well, because it's been all FC Spear.
Yeah, they're keeping it for fun. Rooney, Gerrard, and Seedorf. Honestly, it's like metronomic between the three of them. Here as Bale, Henry. Oh, wow. Henry wanted it back. I think he's going to get a free kick. No, referee says play on. Finds Seedorf between the lines. Skips him to Park Ji-sung. Kaka whips it in. And I think there's been a reluctance from FC Spear to cross it into the box, just simply because of the size of the players that FC Shield have back there, and the likes of Puyol.
What a ball that one could be.
But here they go. Risa.
Risa. Park Ji-sung trying to get back. Is he going to look to find a teammate? Finds Ashley Cole, but we need more white shirts, more Shield United shirts.
I think Risa looked up there, saw one man in front of him, and it was Claude Makélélé, and then decided to slow it down a little bit.
I think he might be the smallest player on the pitch. I'll tell you what, though, is he playing a false nine now, Claude Makélélé? You can just see him now, just dropping into the pockets.
Risa looked up. He's expecting to see Peter Crouch up front from his Liverpool days, and he sees Claude Makélélé. Here's Marquezio. Puyol.
Just onside. You had Steven Gerrard shout at the top of his lungs there. He's offside. That was not the touch to remember from Claudio Marquezio, who's been superb for this first half an hour. If you have just joined us as well from the in-game menus of FC Mobile, welcome in. This is the Next on Icons match, all for a great cause with the Shoot for Love charity. We are here at the Seoul World Cup Stadium for a second year. So many icons and heroes you'll be used to seeing in the game of FC Mobile. All going head to head for a great cause. I mean, the goal's got to come from somewhere, Liez. Who's just going to be brave enough to step up?
That's a brilliant look from Carrick. The execution just a little off. Yeah, I mean, look, as you correctly pointed out, FC Spear have had most of the ball, but it's been a game of very, very few opportunities at this point. Obviously, Drogba tried it from the half volley. Risa had a strike. Marquisio's been through a few times, but as it stands now, 34, 35 minutes into the game, we're really kind of missing that breakthrough from either side.
Perez
says,
with some quick feet there. Puyol, who...
Puyol says you can have the ball, you can have the man, but not both.
Wasn't sure if Perez was just playing around there, or he might have been slightly winded from that.
Oh, what a look from Rooney. Good interception from Vidic. I'm sure he's going to have seen that ball millions of times in training over the years. Oh, I'll tell you what, Carrick has been brilliant today.
Gilberto Silva, Marquisio, Campbell, Rio Ferdinand. We've had a pretty quiet day so far. Well, you can see the one goal last year in this game. He is the captain of the side. Rio Ferdinand lifted the trophy and actually smashed the spear of FC Spear. He has gone a bit more of a free roam forward, though, hasn't he, Claude Makélélé? Going to make that run through the gap there.
I think it's important to remember, Makélélé at one point early in his career was playing out wide, so it's not like he's a complete foreigner to those attacking positions. But of course, he made such a name as a legendary destroyer, a legendary number 6 for Chelsea, the French national team, Real Madrid. There's Seedorf. If anyone can kind of open up this defense, it might just be him. Tell you what, though, if we could get a statistic of who's got the most touches in this game so far, I feel like Michael Carrick's, his tally's definitely got to be up there.
Certainly, pass completion will be near enough intact.
Oh, 100%. Plays Cole through the lines. Out to Marquisio.
Your problem is, you've just gone from Ashley Cole to Claude Makélélé as your options in the box when they're trying to cross it in.
They keep looking up, and I think the options up there are a little underwhelming for them. So you do just get the impression if FC Shield United are going to score today, it will be maybe a ball in behind. Gerrard's so cool under pressure. Here's Gareth Bale. Wonderful.
I'm going to say just the 11 years in difference of age between Puyol and Gareth Bale.
Yeah.
You would expect him to have a slightly quicker yard or two.
I believe their times in Spain intersected 1 year. They didn't spend too long together contesting those El Clásicos, but they're becoming very, very familiar with each other today.
Looks like that was young Puyol, who's coming on for Shield United, played as part of that winning side last year.
Just intercepted by Sol Campbell. Michael Carrick now on it. Gilberto Silva.
I mean, you're looking here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Shield United players. I know that they are the defending side, but they are really in their own half.
If you were to see a breakthrough in this game, though, who would you probably put your money on in terms of grabbing the first goal for either side?
I would have said FC Spear
so
for the first 20 minutes in terms of the overall team, but in terms of an individual player, I'm going to say this man in possession now for John Arisa of Shield United.
You reckon?
I reckon he's going to get the legs on Park Ji-sung. There's going to be a massive switch of play. Claudio Marquisio, big switch. And then a trademark rocket of a boot. Are we going to see it now?
I'll tell you what, you lost me when you said he's going to get the legs on Park Ji-sung. I don't think many players ever can claim that. Here's Kaka. Won by Gilberto. Good feet. Out to Makélélé. Okay, well done by Gilberto Silva. Very neat.
This is where they just get a little bit stuck, Shields United.
Yeah. Oof. The idea is there. Honestly, I don't hate the idea for Makélélé there, but just not on the same wavelength.
Such a unique format, this. 11 attackers versus 11 defenders or defensive midfielders. Pires here, still quite the mazy run. Finds a very deep Ronaldinho, who was playing out on the left. Now he went up top, and now he's out just on this right-hand side. A bit more service into Thierry Henry.
Here's Park. Okay. Evades Vidic. Ronaldinho. Just won by Ashley Cole.
Vidic still, it's a foul that's been given the other way. And I think this could be time for a substitution, in fact. That was that moment back there. Park Ji-sung, who had all the fans here in the Seoul World Cup Stadium on their feet. He scored last year. And it is a substitution made there. Ashley Cole comes off. And young Puyol comes on. 3 World Cups for South Korea. He represented his country in. And was part of that winning side last year for Shields United. Let's see what impact he can make.
What a pass. Park Ji-sung just intercepts. Falls to John Arnorisa. And Park yet again, man. Non-shot pass.
I thought we were about to see a nutmeg coming in there from Ronaldinho, just at this moment here.
For a defender, it's almost a rite of passage at this point with Ronaldinho.
Well, Liège, you promised us 7 goals. I really hope it's going to be an action-packed second half.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit ambitious for me, but yeah, let's hope for a much better second half in terms of goal scoring. And yet again, Park Ji-sung is there to clean up the danger. Marquisio wins it back. There's Carrick. Just dictating play from deep. Penny for both managers' thoughts, huh? What do you think Wenger and Benitez are thinking at this current moment? Who's going into halftime a little bit happier?
To be honest, I think Shields United, Liège, I mean, they didn't start well. They didn't really get on the ball, and first 15 minutes they were having to defend quite a lot. Now I feel like they're building. Yeah. The problem they've got, which is funny enough with this format, they haven't got a striker. They've got a team full of defenders.
I think I agree, to be fair. If you can keep a front 3 of Henry, Drogba, and Ronaldinho quiet for 45 minutes, you got to be going into the half a much, much happier team, surely. The question just is, where does that goal come from for Shield United?
Well, last year at half-time, they were 2-0 up, Shields United. Are we in for a breakthrough Carrick in the first 45 here? He's just about onside.
Shield United now in an attacking position. Carlos Puyol. He's got numbers in there. Maybe not the ones he wants. Risa. Oh, he's teeing it up. And Brandon's vision almost came to light. But here's Clarence Seedorf. Henry. Can FC Spear counter just at the end of the first half and maybe go into this interval 1 goal up? Here's Ronaldinho up against Nemanja Vidic. Ronaldinho. Seedorf. Kaka. Oh, and the touch lets him down.
Clarence Seedorf, can he find the key to unlock the door? Ronaldinho, Clarence Seedorf interchanging well. There's the free kick.
And I'll tell you what, from this... I think it's Ronaldinho being brought down there.
Could this be it?
I'll tell you what, though, I think the most difficult part of this game is who takes these set pieces. You have so many specialists that could really line up and find goal from here. I mean, you got Rooney, who's taking free kicks from here. Henry, of course, as well, too. Seedorf. But surely
It's got to be Rooney.
It's Ronaldinho from here. Gareth Bale, I would say, maybe a sleeper pick for this one.
It's a hard one. I mean, for the viewers that are watching, who would you put on this? A team full of so many great attackers. You've got Gareth Bale and Ronaldinho teeing up a free kick just from the edge of the box.
I think the angle favors Bale. I think the resume favors Ronaldinho. So it really comes down to what do you value more here.
Here we go.
I think Ronaldinho wants it. He's never going to shy away from a moment like this. But look at Gareth Bale. We've seen him tee up like this so many times.
Is this the breakthrough for FC Spear? Ronaldinho over it, bends it in. Fortunately, not troubling Casillas there.
I think Ronaldinho tells Bale, you got the next one. Yeah, just didn't bend enough.
I don't think we've had any added time. As we see that replay come through, that could have been the breakthrough at the halfway point. I think you're right there. It would certainly be Gareth Bale on the next set piece. Well, half-time thoughts, Liez. It's 0-0 between FC Spear and Shield United. A game that hasn't had the most shots or shots on target. What have you made of the first 45?
I think it's been conservative. I think, look, there's been some brilliant football on display. I think some players have really wowed me in the likes of Seedorf, Michael Carrick, Rooney. Players that are really, really good in possession, but I think that's just it. It's been a game dominated by possession, but very few real chances on goal. You obviously saw the Ronaldinho free kick towards the end, but I think we're just missing that incision from either side.
Absolutely. Well, it's half-time here at the Seoul World Cup Stadium for the next Icons match for this year. These goalless so far, and a huge second half to come up next. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon with the live action.
이번에 합의상이 괜찮다라고 생각하시면 박수를 주세요. 보내주시기 바라겠습니다. 이벤트가 끝나면 당신은 정보 주시기 바랍니다. 자, 준비 박수를 해주시면 에너지를 드려보겠습니다. 하나, 둘, 셋! 고맙습니다. 제라드 선수는 20년보다 오래 하셨어요. 제라드 선수가 이길 수 있도록 제라드 선수가 연습하는 뭐라고 하셨어요? 이상했어요.
계십니다. 편안하게 우리말로 해주시면 되겠습니다. 바라보시고 바라보세요. 이렇게 딱.
머릿속이 너무 하얘서 일단 너무 잘생겼고 진짜로 그리고 내가 형 덕분에 리버풀 지금 응원한 지 20년 돼가는데 나 진짜 너무 고맙고 형의 그런 시원시원한 패스, 킥, 그 수비, 그리고 시원한 세레머니 나 어린 시절에 나의 마음을 너무 매료시켰고 내가 그 이후로 20년 동안 꾸준히 팬인데 나 진짜 이거 지금 꿈만 같고 아무튼 나 아까도 말했듯이 아들도 너무 재능이 있는 것 같던데 아들까지 내가 열심히 응원할 거고 내가 어딜 가든 항상 끝까지 응원할게. 고마워.
고맙습니다. 자, 통역 전달해 주시면 되겠습니다.
He is utterly speechless. He has never dreamt of this moment ever, but his mind was going blank. But he wanted to let you know that he's